Senate unveiled the, quote, Ratepayers First Act to combat energy costs. And as soon as I read that, I thought, this is a bunch of BS.
Lie.
And then I texted my buddy Vince Candelora, House Minority Leader, and he said, yep. He's on the show now. It's a big nothing sandwich.
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, they actually stood up at a podium and had the nerve to say, we're going to start listening to people and take your ideas.
There's a new time now. I noticed that it's not, they massage the truth. They just say whatever they want.
Yep.
Right.
And people buy it.
That's it.
Yeah.
And why would you try to massage the truth when you could just say, we're going to start listening? We got this new Ratepayers First Act. And people read the headline, they move on, say, oh, great, they're working on it.
Yeah.
The press actually acknowledged it was light on detail for the first time. I said to the reporters when they called me, I said, how does it feel to show up at a press conference, think you're actually going to get news, and you're totally duped on having to figure out how you're going to write a story? It was really incredible. And this one, it's a poke in the eye to everybody. I mean, Republicans, we've had proposals for 2 years that these guys won't even consider. And then they come to the podium and say, we're listening. After, my business electric bill, I paid $7,000 last month for public benefit charges.
Wait.
It's crazy.
Wait, for just public benefits?
Just public benefits. My bill was $24,000.
Oh my God.
We have
Hang on.
No, I don't feel you can't say that and keep talking.
We're flabbergasted.
24,000?
Yeah, because it's based on usage, and businesses use, we have a manufacturing company. We use power. And that's what they don't even understand. So businesses have just been slaughtered. If you think, I got to come up with $70,000 over 10 months out of nowhere.
Wow.
Man.
It's crazy.
Wait, if your bill is $24,000 over 10 months, wouldn't your electric rate bill be like $240,000?
Roughly a year, but it's a 10-month. The public benefit charges that uptick last 10
months. You're
just
talking about public benefits.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just public benefit. That increase is about $70,000 for my business. And you talk to some of these, especially manufacturers, and they're like, we can't come up with this money.
Well,
But
it gets passed on to us.
Yes.
It's all raining down the hill to us.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Here come rain.
Yeah.
This is serious stuff.
Yeah.
No one knows how to solve this problem.
They don't. And so they stand up and they say it's about generation. I mean, the governor keeps saying it, and he's not wrong. That's part of the equation. But the other half is, I mean, does it shock people that Moody's and S&P downgraded all these companies, citing that Connecticut has a horrible regulatory environment? And that's the other half of the equation. How does Connecticut get more friendly to businesses and companies so they can exist? So they've actually, the behavior that's come out of government has even increased our electric bills even more. And these guys won't even acknowledge that, but they've all been downgraded, not just electricity, but water too. So if you have city water, your water bills are going to be going up because they've all been downgraded. They're borrowing. Yeah, we're circling the toilet bowl. But at least they're going to start listening. Thank goodness, because we need legislators to listen.
I can hear you being sarcastic there that they're going to listen. They're not going to listen.
No.
I thought that's what we were elected to do automatically. We shouldn't have to come to a podium and say that. It's insulting.
Well, if you saw what happened with the fires in California, because they just completely mismanaged everything and put money in the wrong places and just don't really know how to lead through a crisis or prevent a crisis. I mean, that's what's in our future.
Yeah.
When these people in Hartford grow up, they want to be California.
Right.
We always follow them. They do something stupid, and we're a year or two behind them trying to push it down everyone's throat.
I mean, not to go down the rabbit hole, but our forest management program is following California. I mean, if you talk to people in the forestry industry, and they've been talking to me for years now, they continue to push back on our Environmental Protection Agency to say to them, we have to manage our forests. You can't just let it go. You actually have to cut a tree down because that prevents forest fires. These guys don't get it. They want to preserve everything.
Yeah, so the electric rate, so that whole thing yesterday was nothing. More of the same.
Was absolutely nothing.
Okay.
There was no proposal whatsoever. So it's crazy, and they got away with it. We'll have our press conference that will actually have proposals.
But are they real? I mean, I've heard some Republican proposals, and they didn't feel great.
I mean, here's an easy one. No, but here's an easy one. You cap power purchase agreements. So you say you can't go out and procure energy for more than 1.5 times the market price. So what that does is it would prevent us from running around and spending 20 cents a kilowatt hour for wind when you could get nuclear for 5 cents.
Huh.
That's part of what we've done in Connecticut. They've put all their eggs into renewable energy, which is really, really expensive.
That's big.
And then they
been a big sham.
It has been.
The amount of money it costs.
Yeah.
And what we get.
Didn't they just recently send a huge windmill out in the ocean from here that cost some ridiculous amount of money?
Right.
Or they'll tell you, buy a heat pump to heat your house. We'll give you $1,000 rebate. It's going to cost you $25,000 to install the heat pump, but we'll give you $1,000 of tax money to offset it. The only people that could afford that are rich people. Working class can't afford, all of these, energy efficient or clean energy systems.
Yep.
And that's the other problem. So these guys, they don't understand it. We can't keep creating programs to give rebates out to people to buy clean energy when no one could afford it except for rich people.
I just know that
all these subsidies. Yeah.
They're not stupid. They're not stupid people.
No.
They have a plan. They're marching towards that plan, but they just can't tell us what the plan is.
Right.
Because if you look at the paper, look at this on paper, you're like, none of this makes sense.
None.
Right.
None of it.
Go back.
None of it makes sense.